Welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter, your home for all things relating to smart home technology. In this episode, we will talk about how to protect your Best Buy account with two-factor authentication. Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and we're going to be working on this together. This content is also available as an Amazon flash briefing or podcast. Please go to techbiteswithronnutter.com for more information. For any items mentioned in this episode, there are affiliate links in the description. If you click on these links, I will get a small commission, but that won't affect the price you pay for the item. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe now and enable notifications. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on that like button, thumbs up. Now, here's what we're going to be covering. There's two different options currently supported at the time of this recording with Best Buy for two-factor authentication. We're going to cover how to set up SMS or text messaging, if that's the way you're used to referring to it. And we're also going to do the soft token, or like the Google Authenticator, Authy. There's a whole host of soft clients you can have for two-factor. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, to save a little bit of time, we're already logged in to my account on Best Buy. So we will go to Account Home. And then the next thing we will go to is we'll look at Account Settings. They kind of bury this a little bit, but you know, that's the decision they made, so that's fine. Okay, so we'll click on Setup Two-Step Authentication. So you can see we've got two choices here. So we're first going to go to getting security code sent by text message. And it's already picked up our phone number from the account, so that's fine. We'll click on Continue. So I'll reach over here to my phone, and we've already gotten a code. And if it doesn't pick up your phone when you set up your Best Buy profile, then it won't be that big of a deal to get the phone number entered. And this is where you might want to consider this particular site, Best Buy, does support the use of Google Voice. And when I say they support, they are not checking the area code and exchange to see if it's a landline phone or a cellular phone. So that gives you a little bit of flexibility. So we'll click on Continue. Okay, now we're all set up. So what you will want to do, just as a matter of safety, is to grab all of these codes that are being shown up. They're backup codes. So in the event something happens, so you don't have good cellular service, or you're using Google Voice and for some reason the message is not coming through, which has been known to happen, then you've got these one-time codes that can get you in. So we'll go ahead and copy these codes, and then we'll return back to account settings. So that really is very straightforward. So let's go here, and we are going to log out. Oh, there it is, sign out right in front of me. Okay. So we'll click on sign out. So now we're going to be coming in just like we've never been in before. So we'll click on sign in. And that's the account I'm using. And now it's asking for the security code. And I should have a message here momentarily. And I do. So we'll enter the number. Well, if I get my cursor clicked in there, then it will take the input. 721380. Now, be careful if you click for Don't Ask for Security Codes on this device option. For this particular system, it will never ask for two-factor authentication. Now, the exception to that being is if you clear the browser cache, delete all your temporary files, then that will force it to go back in most cases, just depending on how the back end at Best Buy is set up. So we'll click on Continue. All right, well, it says the code is expired. So that was a code we just entered, unless I didn't look at it right, which is possible. I might have, let me go back into here into my phone. And, okay, well, we'll resend security code. And this is where you might have the little thing called clock drift that we've dealt with before. So 136626, and that can cause it to reject the code that it's got. And okay, worked fine there. So it might have just been, I could have fat fingered the code, could have been a clock drift issue. But anyway, you see what's involved. So now that we've got that one, let's go ahead and go for the soft token setup. Say that easy 3 times. Okay, now we're going to move on to doing the soft token two-factor authentication. If you would like to have both, unfortunately, at the time I'm doing this video, that's not an option on Best Buy, because once I did some further testing after setting up two-factor via SMS, it would not let me enable soft token. So hopefully that's something they'll open up in the future. But if they don't, well, again, that's their decision. At least they are offering multiple options. So now we'll go back into two-step verification, and we will click on Authenticator app. Now you've got 2 options here. You can either go with the QR code, which is certainly an option. It's good if you're using a smartphone, or, and in our case, since we're using Bitwarden, I will capture this information and we'll just copy there. And we'll go to Bitwarden and we will paste that value in, and we will click save. And through the magic of technology, there is our code that it's already cycling. So let's go ahead, and it wants us to give it the code that's been generated. So we'll do that. And it says by your phone, but we're doing it with a desktop, but they don't know that. And we'll click submit. Bing, there we are. So again, because we've changed the two-factor authentication we're using, make sure you grab the latest backup codes, and you may be able to get those regenerated if you ran into a problem or didn't capture them for some reason. But always make sure you've got those, because that's going to be your way of getting in. If for some reason you don't have your smartphone with you, or you can't get into Bitwarden or whatever two-factor password manager, or even just your password manager in general that you're using, it just happens to be Bitwarden is one of the few I've come across that gives you the ability to paste in that seed value so you can have the two-factor token built in to your username and password. Again, totally up to you if you want to use a separate app or not, but that would also be a good thing to capture that seed value if you did have to re-enter it. In fact, let's just go ahead, and what we do is we go over here, we'll go down into notes, and we can just well, okay, see, I've already lost the value at that point, but don't really need it at this point, since you've gotten the gist of what's going on. So we've got 2 different ways set up, and especially going into the holiday shopping season, this is a good thing to add an additional level of protection for your accounts. Again, you're the ones got to have the responsibility for this, because Best Buy is not going to be checking passwords. They're not going to make sure that you got all the possible protections for you in place. So this is going to be one that you have to take care of. Now, if you are watching this on YouTube, and you probably are at this point, you're going to see some videos on the screen that are similar to this one you're watching right now, or to other content that YouTube thinks you might be interested in. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on that like button, thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe and enable notifications. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.